You never really know from day to day what a phone call might bring you, or an email, or an instant message. You don't know when you answer that call if you're going to get some shocking news on the other end. Maybe there's been an accident, maybe there's been some incredible good fortune, and it's only up to us how we manage that ourselves. Are we going to respond, or do we react in an unmeasured sort of a way? And it's something that I think is really important to learn how to do, but I don't remember actually ever being taught how to do this. So I just want to share with you some thoughts on responding rather than reacting, rather than, just letting your emotions loose in unmeasured ways that is not necessarily going to be helpful to you. And I find one of the keys for this, I've talked about it a couple of times before in the videos, is what is known as apathia. And it's not apathetic, but it's making a choice, a lifetime choice of only caring about the things that actually really matter to you. So actually the things that you really value. And this will help you to respond in different ways, but you have to practice it. It's not really easy. It's something that, I quite often fail at it too, but I'm conscious of it and I'm aware of it, and I want to be able to manage my emotions and manage my thinking when something unexpected happens, because these are the times that can be the most challenging for us, particularly when it's got some negative connotation or is completely challenging to our status quo and what we're used to doing. And to be ready for anything is, that's a huge call. That's a big ask, but we can be ready for most things for sure, because it's only up to us how we think, how we feel about things, and how we respond or how we react. If we react to a piece of news that doesn't really have any long-term bearing on us, the result isn't going to affect the way we live our lives. But if we're stressed about other things, if we're carrying some other burden, some other weight or tension, we can snap. It can be that easy if you're not aware of your emotions. And certainly learning to manage your emotions, learning to be aware of what's happening with your feeling and managing it well will certainly help you get along with the people around about you and build up the strong relationships, those relationships that you value the most. If you can't articulate what you're feeling, or if you can't manage what you're feeling, if it just takes over, then you're not going to communicate as clearly, you're not going to manage the situation as well. So I find it's really important to be mindful in whatever situation you're in and whatever news you might receive as you open an email or read an instant message, or you're chatting with a friend about something that's happened. The response that you make will help you or hinder you in the rest of your day, and maybe the rest of your week, or even the rest of your life. So being aware of your emotions and being grounded with the things that you value the most, so choosing what you're going to react to and what you're going to respond to in a way that's positive rather than in a way that's just going to take you down and drag you down even further. Because that's only going to lead to you feeling more depressed and sadder. But if you can think clearly, if you can really not analyze, but just to be comfortable and confident with who you are and whatever situation you're in, then you're going to give a better response. And I find that choosing what to respond to, choosing the things that I care about, is a very key component to managing my thinking and my feeling well. And something that I've done recently that is genuinely helping me do this is I've seriously reduced the amount of news content that I consume. I've been looking at news on YouTube. On one of the YouTube channels, I have got news stations. On one of them, I don't. So that's the one I look at the most. But if I want to look at some news, I'll flick over to the other channel and there will be news from around the world. And I've been quite, well, not addicted to it, but it's become a bad habit over the previous years to spend too much time looking at news. And really, most of the time that I'm looking at news, it has no personal impact on me, who I am, or the life that I'm living. And most of it's negative. And by filtering this out, by choosing not to watch this channel that I have the news stations connected to, life's gotten better. You know, it's so much easier to just have a clearer mind and more positive thoughts when I'm not absorbing this negativity 2 or 3 times a day. I mentioned this to an old friend of mine, a good friend of mine, that I'd been consuming this amount of news 2 or 3 times. I'd check 2 or 3 times a day quite often. And he was like, what? 2 or 3 times a week maybe, or 2 or 3 times a month would be even better. So I just took that as a challenge and it has helped me immensely. Thanks, Bruce. I will continue to do this because it has made such a lighter feeling in my existence and who I am and the things that I choose to do, because I don't have this frequent input of negativity. I haven't cut it out completely. I'll check it maybe once a week, or I'll look at a news website and just choose what to read if it's of value to me. Most of the time it's not. I don't even look at it. And this has provided me with, a great sense of relief and a lightness in my life that wasn't there before. And the same goes for social media. I don't do much scrolling on social media. I look at Instagram occasionally because I have a few people that message me there, and I find myself scrolling through it, and most of it's just garbage. Most of it's not from people that I know or people that I connect with. It's just garbage that they feed me. And the same with any of the other platforms as well. Same like Facebook. It's like most of what I see on there is not anything that I'm very interested in. It's extremely negative quite often, and most of the time it's just an utter waste of time. So by avoiding these things, I find when I am challenged with some news that is going to affect me, then I am more ready to respond to it in a positive way rather than just let my emotions react to it. And something else that I do that I find is extremely practical and helpful is stopping and breathing, and just taking a few minutes of your day from time to time throughout the day just to be conscious of your breathing and to do a brief meditation, send up a few prayers, just be focused on right here and right now and not concerned about anything else. Breathing in and then breathing out slowly. It is so simple that we quite often ignore it, we quite often overlook it, even though we're doing it all the time, simply because we have to. And so by choosing Apathia, by selecting not to watch too much news or too much social media, and to stop and breathe, this helps me to be prepared for whatever might come my way during the day. And I'll share a longer story about this, one situation that came to mind as I was preparing to do this video. It's a bit more personal, it's a bit deeper, and so we'll put that on our Substack. If you're interested to have a look at that, please check the link in the description. And in the meantime, if you're watching something else here on YouTube, you can check out this video next. Thanks for watching.